Well, you probably don't, you're not used to like having speeches with microphones in the middle of the market, so I'm not going to talk long, but I just want to say first to Robert, you guys, William Byrd Community House for 85 years has been doing wonderful work in this city and in this community, and this farmers market is just a great new example of an organization with a great history, but that's always looking forward to doing new things. I know that this market has a lot of purposes. William Byrd believes, as we all should, that it's really important to focus on health. We're spending a lot of time in the nation right now talking about health care. We need to talk about health first and then health care. And if we live healthier, then the health care issues get easier to solve. And so living healthy is about, exercise and about not having bad habits, but it's especially about nutrition and eating good foods. And that's really at the core of what this is about, and it's very consistent with the William Byrd's mission to try to, especially with young people, get them engaged not just in the market but in the gardens. The youngsters showed me the keyhole garden and the pizza garden, and they obviously were very excited about what they're doing. So Robert, to you and everybody at William Byrd, I want to say congratulations. It's a treat to be here. I also want to introduce a couple of folks who are here with me from state government. The first ever in the history of Virginia's Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry is Bob Bloxam. Kind of interesting. There's been a cabinet since the 1970s, and even though Virginia agriculture has been our biggest industry, there was never a Secretary of Agriculture until about 5 years ago, and Bob has served Governor Warner and me, and love having him. And then Todd Haymore is our Ag Commissioner, the head of the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Then Bill Dickinson is the Deputy Secretary of Agriculture, so give those guys rounds of applause. But this is an exciting thing. The Virginia Department of Ag and Community Services is the state agency that helps farmers markets. So let me tell you about farmers markets. In 2005, in Virginia, there were 88 different farmers markets. It is now 171 in 2009, so it is almost doubled just in 4 years. And there are 11 markets in the Richmond region, both in the city and the surrounding communities. The growth is great, not only because we want to live healthier, but these farmers markets are really good for small farms. It's harder and harder for small farms to kind of, succeed and make a living, but these farmers markets and other strategies are one of the things that's really helping small farms and entrepreneurs be able to be successful. They enable farmers to sell directly to customers, enabling them to get a higher price for the product, cutting out middlemen, but also assuring the customers that this is local, fresh produce and food, which is something that increasingly citizens demand. And when farmers can make a decent living, they keep their land in farming rather than sell it off to be a subdivision. We lose about 25,000 acres of farmland a year that's being sold off for subdivisions, and part of it is because we have made it difficult for small farms to be successful. My parents were both from farming communities, and they both were raised on farms. Both of the farms, one is now turned into a subdivision, and the other farm is fallow and about to be turned into a subdivision. These are farms in central and southern Kansas. But if we can make it easier for small farms to succeed, then we can slow down that trend. VDEX does all kinds of things with Farmers Market, from promoting the Virginia Grown campaign and using the signs and logos that are kind of our good housekeeping seal of approval that this produce is in fact Virginia Grown. At the Birdhouse Market, VDEX has free cooking and nutritional demos during National Farmers Market Week. They supply the Virginia Grown materials to the market, and they included the market in a Valpak coupon book, which I thought, well, now that is a smart idea. So now I want to do one last thing, and then everybody go back to it, and that is we're announcing this week a Virginia Grown contest I want to tell you about. My wife Ann and I are big supporters of eating local food. We live very close to the farmers market that I worked with when I was mayor, and we've loved being patrons of the farmers market over the years. The executive mansion a chef at the governor's mansion, Jason Babson, shops at local produce stands, farmers markets, and grocery stores for many of the products that he uses and menus at the mansion for us and for guests. In fact, if you go to www.virginiagrown.com today, you're going to see 2 recipes from Chef Babson, from Jason, along with photos of finished product, as well as recipes from other Virginia chefs. And here's the contest. You can have your own great picture and recipe on the Virginia Grown website by participating in the Virginia Grown Eat Local Recipe Contest. So today we're kicking off what will be an annual contest to encourage Virginians to shop and eat local. Just assemble your dish using Virginia ingredients, local Virginia produce. Take a picture of it with you, your dish and you. Send the photo and the recipe into VDAX, and the department will post the pictures and recipes, and they will select winners in August. There are 2 entry categories, one for adults and one for youngsters. I saw a young chef in training at Mama Sue down there who's probably already got a real head start in being the youngster. But you're the first to hear of the contest. We're announcing it here. We'll put out the word to others. But so start thinking of great recipes and enter your Virginia-grown recipes now. Thanks for letting me come out today and say hey, and have a great rest of the afternoon. Appreciate it.